All right, guys, welcome to our Product-Palooza call tonight. Um, so we wanted to regroup with everybody. We've had this group going on now for a couple of weeks. Let me just mute everyone. And we just want to have like a team meeting, just kind of see everybody's face and say hello and talk maybe about some of the strategies that we've been using and the tips that are helping us with just everything that we've been doing, because we've thrown a lot of stuff at you guys this last couple weeks between the quarterly bods and upselling and all the different ways for you guys to be thinking about how to use our products outside of the norm. So I loved one of the posts about chopping up those beach bars and throwing them on yogurt. Or how about the Recover Whip? So this is just different stuff for you guys to be doing. And I mean, personally, and I'm sure you guys agree, like I've been doing these products for years, and it's like, I don't want to say that I get bored, but I want to think outside the box with the stuff that I'm using. And so I'm actually starting to have fun again with the stuff that we have in our arsenal. So one of my faves that we've been doing, that Bobby and I do now all the time, is in the afternoon. We do the Fruit Punch, Energize, and Hydrate, and that's like our afternoon hydrating pick me up. And like I feel good about it because I know there's no junk and no chemicals and none of that stuff. So it's been really nice for me. So I don't know if Becca's on, if she wanted to, maybe, I don't know if I know she had her team call, so maybe she'll just jump on at the end. So I want to talk, so we're going to get started. We have a couple things we're going to talk about. So I'm going to just open it up with this quarterly Beachbody On Demand push that we've been doing with you guys. I know we've been talking a lot about it on our teams privately, and I just want to share a few things that have been working on our team. So we have one amazing coach on our team. Her name is Christina Russell. She is like 2 coaches short of Diamond, personal trainer, fitness instructor, and guys, she has sold 16 quarterly BODs in the last 48 hours, okay? Like, are you not mind blown? So I put a poll out on my team page, just seeing if everybody was also pushing to get those 10 quarterly bods. And a lot of people are. So for those of you that are like, oh, I haven't done this yet or haven't pulled the trigger, I want to talk to you guys about that. So one of the biggest things that I hear from coaches is that they get objections from people on price all the time. This is too expensive, that is too expensive. And you know what, guys? What we're helping you sell to people is literally like one of the cheapest things that and I hate to use the word cheap, one of the most inexpensive items that we have in our arsenal that has one of the greatest benefits. Okay? So Beachbody On Demand is our bread and butter in the business. Like that's like one of the staples that we have to help people get healthy. All right. And at $39 every 3 months, like, are you kidding me? We should be selling these like hotcakes. And Christina Russell she was like, no brainer, 16 people in 2 days, guys. Like, this is crazy. So one of the strategies we've been doing with our teams is we've been saying, go follow up with your people, let them know, hey, did you know that like you could also join us with a quarterly bot? I don't know if you knew about that option, but that option is there. Then this is when, once they say, yes, I'm interested, I'm totally in, that's when you think about Product-Palooza and all of the products that you've been learning about and all of the different uses. And that's when you say, hey, I threw a box of bars in your cart. I'm telling you, my kids are obsessed with them. You're going to love them. I constantly have them in my purse. The kids have them for snacks for school. We live off of them. I throw them in my yogurt. Like, they are my go-to. I don't know how I'm living without them. You can always take them out of your cart, but I threw them in there for you. You're going to love them. All right. Now, here's the thing, guys. That quarterly bod isn't even going to charge them for 14 days. So the only thing they pay for is the item that you've put in their cart. So if we're talking about Energize, it's like 49 bucks. Now, if I know that people have had a price, like a real price objection, they're like, I only have 39, you know what I mean? So it's like they have very limited funds. Then I've been throwing in the 10 pack of Energize, which is only $17. And so far, I think 3 of the people that I did that to all bought it, because $17 is, so I feel like anything under $50 is like the threshold of like affordable. You know, when it's under 50, people are like, okay, now bod's under 40 and the Energizes, you know, it could be 50, it can be the 17 for the 10 pack. And more times than not, people are buying the things that we're suggesting. So just to talk to you guys, let's go back to talking about an all access challenge pack. An all access challenge pack has 37 or 39 team volume points. But if you do Energize and a quarterly bod, I think it's like 45. So think about that. That's pretty nuts, right? Okay. So now you've got them in the door with that, and now you can start upselling all of these products that you've been learning about in Cash Academy, because now you're getting to know these people. Oh, your kid plays soccer. Oh my gosh, you got to try this. This is so good. We have hydrate. You can make hydrate popsicles. You can give this to your kids when they go to play soccer. You know, now you're like learning, so that you're not just saying, hey, try my post-workout recovery shake. It's really great because it has 20 grams of protein. Now you're educated and you can say, oh my God, there's so much you can do with this. You can do boom, boom, boom. Because I know for me, like if another company has a product, like I always go back to my doTERRA girl because I'm in one of her groups and she's constantly educating on different oils and stuff. When she talks about a specific oil and its use, I go, oh God, I need that. I need that right now. I'm going to order it. Okay. So I want to tell you guys real quickly, and then I'm going to hand it off to Shane. Let me just make sure she's on here. Is Shane on here? Okay, good. Shane's on here. All right. So years ago, Kim Carver did a team call for us, and he was talking about how, he went to Home Depot to buy a refrigerator. And he said, you know, we need a refrigerator. We've got a family of, 6. Which one do you suggest? And the guy at Home Depot said, well, we have this one. It's on sale for, $1,500. This is a better one. It's $1,900. It's got a couple more features, but, here, this is it. And if you got the Home Depot card, you get 20% off. Okay. Nothing tickled their fancy. All right. So they ended up leaving and they went to Lowe's. Sure enough, they go to Lowe's. They meet a guy in the department for the refrigerators. And he said to the guy, I'm looking for a refrigerator. I have a family of 6, yada, yada, yada. He's like, oh, you got a family of 6? You have to get this refrigerator, because check this out. This refrigerator has a drawer underneath and you can put all the snacks, and it's so awesome because then the kids don't bug you because they can't reach up in the refrigerator. They can't reach for a drink. You just put all their snacks in their drawer and it's like super easy. And then what's awesome is it's got a freezer underneath, so it's not up top, so you can reach down and everything's easily accessible. And once again, when your kids want popsicles, they can get the popsicles themselves. So do you see how he was creating these moments and images for him? And so Kim ended up buying a refrigerator from the guy at Lowe's and not the guy from Home Depot. So I want you guys to remember when you're talking to people about products that you're not just selling products, you're selling moments, you're selling memories, you're selling events, like you're selling things that they're going to do with these products that you guys have. Okay. So, and we have a couple of exciting products coming up the pipeline for you guys. And I just want to talk real quickly about a couple of the things that we have in our arsenal. We have, I don't know if you guys are familiar with like Activate multivitamins that we carry. I just ordered those. Okay, just go look them up. You're going to be like, wow, go look at all the ingredients in it. Okay. I bet you have lots of friends out there that are ordering all types of pills and supplements. And meanwhile, they could be buying Activit from you. Yep. Amazing. We have so much stuff. We're going to be talking about some of the items that go with Ultimate Reset. So if you guys have done Ultimate Reset, you can actually buy some of those supplements to take and not do the reset, like actually use the supplements. We have some things that are like probiotics on steroids, healthy steroids, that is. But we have a lot of amazing things, guys, that you don't even know about. Like, I ordered everything right away. And Shay's going to talk about that because she is like the guru with everything healthy. And as soon as she told all of us girls on the thread about some of the stuff that we had in our arsenal, I was like, wait a minute, I need to change all my auto shipments right now. So I actually canceled. I have some Daily Sunshine in my possession right now. So I changed my next auto shipment. I took that off. I got the Activit vitamins, and I got the optimized capsules. And what else did I get? Oh, and the Power Green packets. Did I say Power Green packets? I sure did. That's right, guys. Power Green packets. That's right. So with that, Shane, you ready to put the smack down, baby? Shane Fryer? Paging?
I think it's Becca, but.
No, Becca was going to go first, but I didn't see her on.
Oh, she's on now. And I'm so glad you just said that, because I went and grabbed my Activit because I didn't take my vitamins today. So thank you for my reminder. But yes, it's 22 TV, and these are way better value than anything at CVS. So yes, guys, these should be on HD. Everybody should have these on HD. We all need them. The biotin alone, the biotin hair, skin, nails. I'm 45. You tell me to have biotin, I'm going to buy them. So be promoting the biotin in Activit. Becca. Anyone, or does anyone have a question, thought? Anybody want to unmute?
All right, we'll let Becca go last. It's okay.
All right. Did Tara share her script?
I will.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, my God. Sorry.
Okay, guys.
I think I'm out of order in my brain.
It's okay.
You don't have to be super professional to be a coach.
No. So I want to just share, this is something that's really new for me with this whole bod thing and product selling and all of that. So if you guys are like feeling like you're in unfamiliar water, welcome to the party. But just know that it's working. It works and it's fun. So I decided to go all in with this bod thing and start selling our products and promoting our products more than I ever have in my entire life. And I am getting so many people like, oh my gosh, I didn't know I can just get bod for 3 months for $39.95 or whatever it is, $40. And I'm like, yeah, and the first 2 weeks are free. And they are like floored. You know why? Because people put the stereotype on us like, oh, I got to get Shakeology. I got to get a challenge pack. And they are so ingrained in their head that that's what they relate Beachbody coaches to. They don't even have any idea that we have vitamins. They have no idea that we have greens because we never talk about them. But we know the other companies have greens because they talk about them. So that's the thing. It's like, I was just like, I'm going to promote bod. So I'm posting about it. I'm sharing my workouts. I walk them through. Like, I've had my coaches ask me, like, I know the concept, but I don't know how to do it. You're just showing people your workout every day and showing how to access it. Like, really, if you walk them through it on your stories, people are like, holy crap, it's that easy. Like, you can roll out of bed and put on your sneakers and a bra and you're good. Like, you don't even have to do your hair. People are floored. They think, because again, they think they have to spend $250 to join our challenge group. So with that being said, yeah, I used to work out in my underwear until my kids got a little older. They're like, okay, Mom, really? Lazy. I'm lazy. So I decided that I was going to put an email together that was just share it. Basically, it's after they sign up with bod. It walks them through, like, it asks them questions. So it kind of walks them through like what workout would be the best for them. And I think this is a key thing. When I invite to this, it is so simple. I am not getting into every single thing that they need. It is very like, hey, do you want to work out with me for 3 months in the summer? Like, it's super cheap. You get your first 2 weeks free, and I actually put the price on the post, and I say the price in the stories. And I've never done that before. And why? Because it's cheap, like Candace said. And we're gonna get more. You make more money off of them reoccurring every quarter than a year bod. You make more money off quarterly. So, and you have more of a chance for them to be like to join at a simple, okay, let's pick your workout now. So in the email, and I'll share it with you guys in the group, it basically asks some questions. This is the first time ever. I used to sell challenge packs like nobody's business. This is the first time ever that people are actually responding to me in the second email. You could sell a challenge pack and people are like, I don't know, sometimes they run away or they don't dive in, and you're like, what the freak? Like, you're spending this much money, and they're responding right away. We're having conversations. It is amazing. I'm walking them through, okay, what kind of workouts do you like? And walking them through that process after they sign up. So they're in, whether it's they jumped in with the Energize. I always try to upsell the Energize because I tell them that's what I use and it's awesome and they're going to love it. If they don't, guess what? I'm going to offer it after about 3 weeks. So my goal, and I think this is the thing, it's not to get them in on bod alone forever. That's not it. And I want you guys to get out of the mindset of they're going to join my challenge group and they're just going to pay for bod. That's ridiculous. It's not. I've done free groups. That's how I built my business, free groups. And what happens is they actually like trust you and they want to buy what you have to offer because they trust you. So you have to build that trust. So they're jumping in with bod. One of the girls today was like, I can't believe how much is on there. All the nutrition stuff too. And I'm paying like, $39 for 3 months. That's insane. So they're really seeing that value without even starting it. Okay. I walk them through, what would be the best fit for them. We go back and forth and they start. They're starting with fitness. They're starting simply. Okay. Then you'll see in the third email, I think it's the third week, I talk about Energize. Like, hey, if you didn't get on Energize before, this is like the best thing ever. And you know what, guys? I'm talking to them throughout. Like, this is going to be a continuation. This can be a relationship. So it's not like selling something. They open the box, they get overwhelmed, and they close it and then never talk to you again. They're actually invested because, they're like, wow, this is really great. And she really wants to help me without me spending $400. Right? Or $300 or $200 or whatever. She really wants to help me. So you're actually, I don't know, I just feel really good about this. Like, I'm serving them. And in our groups, we talk about the different products and we're using this Product-Palooza. We're using this. So they're seeing my stories. Like, one girl that just signed up was like, oh, you posted about, the Energize. Like, what is that you're drinking all day long? Like, what is that? One other girl's like beach bars. And you know what? When they start talking about products, it's great to share the product with them, but also think about like the discount. Like, if they like the products, get them on with the discount. Like, that's the goal, is for everyone to be on a product on HD, a couple products on HD, because they need it in their pantry. They need it for their kids, their themselves, their husband, whatever. So I just want to encourage you guys, like, this is really, really, really fun, and make it fun. How I always hear this, like, oh, I feel like I'm trying to, like, it's like salesy and weird. And I'm trying to get them to buy a challenge pack and I'm trying to, pull them. Like, you will be more, like, it's freeing to lead with the 3-month bod. It is freeing because you're not afraid. You're like, dude, this is a steal. This is a steal. And I've had 2 girls come from Prove It to try it, to do the 3-month bod with me. And one of them bought Energize. I'm like, I don't know if you guys have this at your company, but this is awesome. So it's like, just go with it. Share your workout, share before and afters. It's really a simple tool to share, and then you upsell them later. And we'll get into more of that, I think, as this group goes on. But it's easier to talk to your person when you're in constant communication with them. And I use Voxer as the app Voxer, and that's how I stay in touch with my challengers. It's easy. I don't have to go on Facebook. I don't have to do anything else. So I do email and Voxer, just because I hate social media. No, I'm just kidding. I don't hate social media. But it sucks you in. All right. Did you go back and message the no? Yeah. So I went back. Everyone that never replied to me about challenge groups or challenge packs, I emailed my old customers, and I'll put the price right on there. Listen, you could join with me for $39.95? Is it $39.95? I forget. And for 3 months, and the first 2 weeks are free. That's it. And people are like, holy crap. And you can have access to every workout program. And I always include the video. So I will also include the video that I use in here. So that is it. And I'll include my email system in a post on the page, in our Product-Palooza page. All right, guys. Who's next? Becca? I talked really fast.
Sorry, unmuting, drinking water. Hi, guys. I'm Becca Robinson. I see some of my coaches on here, but I know a lot of the rest of you guys probably have no idea who I am. But I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about kind of the second half of the equation. I feel like the girls spoke really, really great about the first half, which is trying on these products and finding the ones that work the best for you. But I actually feel like there's a lot of you guys that are doing that really well. So I can see a lot of you guys. If you have your video off though, will you turn it on? This is a judgment-free zone, but I would love to be able to do a show of hands. So turn your video on really quick if you have it off. No hiding. This is a safe place. We love you. We think you're beautiful. All right, perfect. I'm going to scroll through these. Okay, will you please just hold your hand up in front of the screen if I can see if you have tried at least one of the things so far in Product-Palooza and posted about it? Raise your hands. I'm scrolling through pictures. Oh my gosh, this is what? Are we at 90%? Some of you guys on the third page, you don't have your videos on. I still love you. All right, so that's amazing, right? However, let's talk math, right? That was a lot of you guys. But for this week in the Ring the Bell, I think there's only 3 or 4 screenshots of orders the last time I checked. So is it that you guys are trying and sharing the things and not completing the orders? Or is it that you're completing them and just forgetting to come and post them? Because I totally get that. I do that myself. But we are offering prizes, right? So grab those screenshots, my friends, because why not win a prize for your hard work? But I know a lot of you guys are struggling with moving from sharing to sales. Can you raise your hand and put it in front of your face again if that's you? So I can see. Right up to the camera so I can see. You're trying these things, you're posting about them, but you are struggling to move that into a completed share cart. All right, I'm seeing lots of hands. Good, that's what I want to talk about. Okay, so just like when we first become coaches, I don't know if some of you guys are like, I just became a coach yesterday. Hi, welcome, we're really glad you're here. For everybody else who's been a coach for a little while, when we first start sharing our journey, right, we kind of all hear the same thing from our mentors, from our upline, and it's, you've got to post consistently, you've got to start sharing, and people might not jump on it right away because it's new, right? So you kind of have to show that you're doing it for a little while. Your first workout post, you might not instantly have 10 people that want to join you, but after you've been sharing for a little while, they start to trickle in. I want to remind you guys that the same can be in effect here. So if you're in Product-Palooza, you've been doing this for a week or 2 with us, don't get discouraged. If you have literally never talked about our consumables before on your social media, this is all new to your people. So it might take them a minute, right? Because they're like, what is this new thing I've never heard her talk about? And especially if you're hitting them with bars and energize and hydrate and things. They're like, whoa. So don't get discouraged at all. Understand that it might take time, but there are some things you can try, right? So some of the things that we can try are we can try and get interaction from our social media. So if you guys use Facebook or Instagram, you can do things like polls, or you can ask questions. You can do calls to actions on your social media. How many of you guys are familiar with those or have been doing them so far with your products? I really like feedback. I'm an Enneagram 4, so I'm going to ask a lot of these hand-raising questions. Okay, so I've noticed, and I don't know if you guys have noticed, that when I do a poll and I just say something like, who wants more information about this Energize or whatever, and I do like a yes, and then a like hell yes or whatever. You guys know those polls where it's like two answers, but they're both yes. I don't get a lot of people hitting it. And so some of the things that the people on my team, I don't know about the rest of you guys in this group, have been saying is I'm getting a lot of people like watching my stuff, but like not actually not actually saying they want to do it or buy it or whatever. So something that I found I wanted to share that's a little trick is I've noticed with polls and questions specifically, the more niche I get, the more interactions and responses and serious answers I get. So a really good example would be if you're promoting Beachbody on demand, whether that's quarterly or semi-annually or annual, whatever it is, you're promoting the workouts. Rather than asking, does anybody want more info on joining me for the next 3 months? Yes or no. I would say something like, does anybody need modified workouts? Yes or no. Like, or does anybody need postpartum workouts? Yes or no. Or does anybody need workouts that are 30 minutes or less? Yes or no. I would ask like really niched questions in my poll. And since, I don't know about you guys, but since I do my stories pretty much every day, I can ask these niche questions day after day after day and kind of change it up. But I get the most interaction from stuff like that. So rather than saying like, does anyone want any information on Energize, or does anyone want to order Energize, yes or no, I might ask, does anyone need to kick their afternoon Starbucks habit, yes or no, after doing a little series about Energize. So it's also like, it's clear what I'm talking about. I'm not just saying like go up there and talk about coffee and then message them about Energize, because that would be confusing. But if you've been talking about your Energize, how it's plant-based, how you love it, maybe you did the slow release hack that I talked about, it's my favorite, then you could say, are there any other moms out there that need more energy to keep up with their kids this summer? Yes or no. Is there anybody who needs to kick their afternoon Red Bull habit? Yes or no. Or their afternoon latte habit? Yes or no. Those are the polls I get the most questions with, because you are solving a problem for them. And that's when people will buy from you, when you can solve a problem for them. I know that it's basically the same thing as saying, does anyone want more information about Energize? But for some reason, it works better because you're helping connect people with the solution. These moms might be watching you and go, I don't think I need information on Energize. But when you go, do you need something that's going to help you not have to run through Starbucks every day at 3? They're like, oh yeah, I actually do need that. Yes, thank you. So that's a little tip that you can use to switch up your polls and stuff. Another little thing you can do is you can email all of your people. I know that Tara was talking about emailing, but don't only focus on your social media. A huge, huge untapped market for coaches are their current customers and their past customers. So you can export your customer list from your Beachbody online office for every single one of your business centers, if you have your spouse signed up for theirs as well. And you can email them. You guys, these are already people who know, love, and trust you. They have ordered from you, or they have ordered from Beachbody and were assigned to you. So they already like our products. So why not email them the hacks, the things that you've tried? Email them a little email like, oh my gosh, you guys, I have, been in this for years, and I've been working with you guys for years, and I never knew that this is a way you could use Energize, and I have to tell you guys about it. Put a little link to buying it at the bottom. They're already your customers. Like, all they have to do is go in and get it. Untapped market, right? Same with your coaches. Same with your discount coaches. These are already people who get a discount on these products. Why wouldn't you want to tell them about it too? It's all still volume, right? So these are all ways that we can do it. I don't want you guys only focused on your cold market on social media. That's like the hardest to convert, right? So start with the easiest, work your way to the hardest. The other thing I wanted to talk about was belief, because I think that this is where things can get hard for people. I know a lot of you guys know about the upsell, the upshare strategy, where, you know, you're talking to someone and like you make recommendations. Candace was talking about like making recommendations and you add stuff to their cart. We saw some feedback in the group of people saying they were struggling with the verbiage or recommending products on top of BOD or on top of a challenge pack to people, that they didn't want to just add them to their cart because they felt like it was negative. It felt weird to them for some way. And so I want to talk to you guys a little bit about belief. If you are someone who is struggling to make a recommendation to somebody, or you cannot bring yourself to add something to someone's cart that you know would help them based on the conversations you have, then with love, but also with tough love, I want to tell you, you need to check yourself, because there's a belief problem. Do you not believe that this product will help them? Do you not believe what you say when you do your posts talking about how awesome it is for moms or all these different things? Like, where's the breakdown, right? If you're posting about how awesome it is, if you're posting about how this is the solution for moms or teachers or dads or families or whatever, but you can't bring yourself to offer it to someone who is in that position, then there's a breakdown, right? And that's important. And a lot of the times I've noticed with myself that I have to check myself and go, why am I feeling weird about this? Where is the breakdown? And is it because I'm nervous about what I actually feel about it? Or is it because I'm nervous about what they're going to think of me? And this is all where personal development and growth comes into our business, right? Like, that's such a big part of our business. But if you're here and you don't believe that these products are great, and you don't believe that BOD is an incredible value, and you don't believe that this Energize hack that you just posted about will really help someone, then I love you, but why are you here, right? Like, we've got to be able to stand behind what we're saying and posting about. And if you can post about it, you should be able to put it in someone's cart. End of story. Because that's integrity, right? And I'm not saying like you guys don't have integrity. I'm not saying you're doing anything wrong. I think you guys are doing amazing. In fact, I think you guys are more amazing than you realize you are. And I think that's the breakdown, is that you guys don't realize how inspiring and helpful you are to people, and that people are hungry for that from you. You know these things. They don't. They want you to step up. They want you to lead them. They want you to tell them what's going to help them from our catalog. They're coming to you for it. Remind yourself of that. Remind yourself that you are the one they're looking up to. You might not feel like you're anybody for anybody to look up to, but you are, because you're already a step ahead of them. Even if you're a brand new coach who just started and just got in here, you're still a step ahead of them, because you've already done it. You've already gotten in here. You've already tried the products. You're already learning, right? They don't know this stuff yet. You can still help them. You can always help them baby step it, right? A little step at a time. So I challenge you guys, if you're like, I'm really struggling to offer this to someone, or I'm really struggling to do the upshare strategy with my BOD, to really start kind of question yourself and so go, why? Why am I struggling with this? Because I bet if I ask you, do you love BOD? Do you think it's incredible value? You'll be like, yeah, definitely. That's an insane value. Do you like Energize? Do you think it helps? Absolutely. It's amazing. Do you like Shakeology? Yes, love it. It's helped my family with X, Y, and Z. And I believe you. So why can't you translate that to somebody else, right? Fear, belief, doubt, all those things, we all struggle with it. And it's, each of our job as coaches to work on the personal growth side of ourselves, to be able to move past it. Some of the things that you can do, obviously, are personal development, podcasts, books. But really, what helps sometimes more than anything is just getting into a quiet space and just having a second to think. And you can journal, you can write it out. You guys, you could do it in the shower if you've got kids on you all the time like me and you need a moment of quiet, and just go like, what am I scared of? What am I really scared of? Because what we have to offer is amazing. And think of the ways that it's helped you. And think of at least just all of you I know have one person that you've worked with, or one challenger that you have helped get them plugged in with something that truly helped them. And anytime you start to feel that fear or that doubt rise up, I want you to remember that person. If you need to write their name on your mirror, you guys, pro tip, dry erase markers on a mirror, you can write stuff on mirrors and they come right off. So if you need to write that person's name on your mirror, put a big old circle around it and have them be your anchor for your belief for a little while, you do it, because what you have is special and you help people and you give them solutions to problems that they have. Don't hold someone's future in your mouth because you're afraid to offer it to them, because you're afraid of what they're going to think. Just like when you're at a restaurant and a waiter comes around after dinner and offers you coffee, that's just like a normal thing, right? Waiters come around, do you want some coffee? Do you want this? Do you want some more water? And you're like, no, I don't really want coffee. Do you think that waiter like runs into the back of the restaurant like, I suck as a waiter. Nobody wants water from me. Like, why did I get into this job? I shouldn't have done this. I'm a sham. Like, nobody wants this. No, that waiter gives zero flips, right? Because his job is to offer it. And that's your job. Your job is to offer. That is it. And if they don't want it, that's okay. It's not their time, or they don't see the value yet, or it's just not a right fit. But your job is not necessarily to convince people of anything. It's just to keep offering. And that's what Product-Palooza is about. It's giving you empowered and exciting and fun ways to offer, to make more offers, to have more things to offer, to have more ways to help. So hopefully that doesn't make anybody too sad. Hopefully it's a good kick in the butt. We love you guys, and we want you to see so much success that we get fired up about it. And when we see things stopping you, it's like the mama bear rises up in us and we're like, no, like, we gotta knock it down, because you guys are on the verge of such incredible things right now in this business. I don't know if you guys can feel the momentum shifts that are happening, but these teams are on the verge of some really big things, and we want you to be here. We want you to be a part of it. We want you to not be limited by your fear or your doubt or, your insecurities. We want you to grow past it so you can really leverage it. I'm going to throw it over to Nikki to share a couple quick insights before we close out.
Awesome. Hey guys, my name's Nikki Johnson. For anybody that doesn't know me, I just wanted to touch on really quick, because I don't want to keep us here any longer. Thank you for those of you who joined kind of last minute. So the upshare, you don't have to overcomplicate it. You can either share your favorite product. I've seen a couple of coaches saying that they're even throwing in multiple products like Shakeology Sampler, Energize Sampler, and maybe something else, and saying, hey, I just shared with you my favorite products. Like, feel free to take anything out. But also, if you're talking to people about their goals or their struggles, that is like the key to figuring out what to put in their cart. So if somebody's like, I have a hard time with snacking, bars. If they have, if they have low energy, Energize, obviously. So you're just looking for, like, I have a newborn, so I have a lot of like breastfeeding moms that are following me. And so a lot of them are worried about losing their supply when they're starting a workout program. So like, I'm throwing the Hydrate 10-pack in there like every single time. So just look for those like little subtle things. And I swear 9 times out of 10, they're going to just keep it, or they're going to swap it out. And for those of you that are having a hard time with like giving up Success Club, if you're one of those people, like, it's going to happen organically, either through this process of like, you should be following these, this is all about retention. So once you get them signed up on the bod, then you're checking in with them and you're going to offer them something of more value. By the time that their 3 months is up, you're going to be like, okay, what do you need? Like, it's more valuable for you to do an annual bod. Do you need something else with that? So then you're going to be able to eventually probably hit Success Club from those people if that's important to you. But also, you just never know with our Coach Online office. For any of you guys who have been here longer than, I don't know how long we've had our new Coach Online office, like a year or two. The old one was terrible. Like, there's no way anybody would ever add anything into their cart if you just sent them the link to buy a challenge pack or to buy like bot or whatever. So I saw that I had like these 2 random Success Club points, and I was like, where did those come from? Because I'm definitely not selling challenge packs right now. Like, I'm focusing on this bot strategy. So I go and I look at one of my women who I sold the 3-month bod to, and I had put like Energize in her cart. She bought like 3-day refresh, Shakeology, performance stack, like all of these extra things. And it's because I gave her
the knowledge that she could add things or take things out of her cart. And she saw all of the cool, like, you know, when you check out, you get like 10% off bar. Every time I buy something, I'm like, oh, I think I need more bars. So don't be afraid. Like don't feel like you are gonna bother them. I had somebody ask me, like, they didn't get mad that you added something to their cart. And I'm like, no, I was like doing them a favor. They're like, thank you. I got it. You know, I was like, thank you for adding Energize to my cart. So just think of it as like another favor. Like when it's just kind of like when you're following up with people and checking in with them, you're saying, just want to make sure like I know you wanted my help. Like it's always like, we're serving people. And just because there's an exchange of money doesn't make it any, you know, less, it doesn't make it weird. So you have to think about it. Money is just an exchange of energy. You're giving your like advice and your knowledge, and you're helping them, and they're paying you for it. So it's not an icky thing. So yes, if you send them a quarterly bot and they add Shakeology, does it automatically change it to a challenge pack? I don't know. I don't think so, because it's a quarterly bot. It has to be, and there are different SKUs. Like, you know, if you're thinking about when you go to a grocery store and you scan something like the SKUs, the challenge pack is a different SKU than the bod plus the Shakeology. But you could tell them, like, and I saw somebody else post about a script that they did when somebody was talking about, and I'll have to find it because I'm going to totally botch it, but it was something like, hey, my daily mom shake is on sale this month. And then they ended up putting a challenge pack in their cart with an upsell of Energize. But the way they worded it, I was like, oh my God, that's so smart. But I don't know. I have to find it because I'm totally botching it. But it was a different way. It's so creative. Like, I love seeing ways that people are talking to people. So if you guys have any really good scripts that you're using that are working, like, share them in the group. And just, you know, give us all what you have, because this is kind of a new thing for everybody, and we're all looking for the best way that we can help people and talk to them. And I just feel like these conversations are so much easier because you don't feel like, oh my gosh, they're going to say no, it's too expensive, blah, blah, blah. It's like, duh, $39. And talk about in your stories, like, talk about how it's never been it's so easily accessible to work with you. Like, I always talk about that. I'm like, it costs a lot more money to work with me than this. Like, just, you know, even just gotta have that confidence, even if you don't really have it, like, you gotta fake it. You just say, like, normally I charge so much more. But it's just like, people just love a deal, right?
What you said earlier was such a good point, and you said it so fast, but I wanted to like reiterate
Sorry,
it.
I talk fast.
No, you didn't do anything wrong. It's a good point. And a bunch of people on my team had said the same thing. Adding an upsell to someone's cart, I know that is such a big sticking point for a lot of people, but like Nikki said, sometimes just doing that shows people that it's an option to add things to their cart and change things. And that alone is like a really exciting thing for them. So some of the coaches on my team, that's the angle that they take on it, is they'll put something in the cart based on the conversation. It's always based on the conversation, never random. Always based on a conversation that they truly believe will help someone. And they'll say, hey, I added this to your cart because of our conversation. I really think it's going to help you. But absolutely, you can take it out, or you can go in there. You can modify the flavor. You can change the size. Like, you can play around. Like, go play around with it. And that's like the verbiage they use. And it's a really incredible thing because it teaches our customers that they're in control of their cart, which is a really, really cool thing. They don't just only have to get the thing you said. Now they can go in and like change a flavor, add some of this or add some of that. And I had a coach that had someone submit a $300 plus cart because of that. That was originally just getting one small thing, but she went in and, like Nikki said, they were like, do you want this for this 10% off? And do you want this? And she was like, yes, I do. Yes, I do. So if that's something that you get stuck on, just remember you're teaching them to take control of their shopping experience, which is an incredible functionality we have now.
Yeah. And somebody asked about switching customers to spouse account. I think the customer has to request that. I don't think you can move them. So that conversation, do you guys have any advice on that? Like how?
Yeah, actually my coach, Tanya, I don't know if she's on, but Tanya has sent the link to her customer, like the coach swap link. and she's just said, hey, I'm just going to move you under my husband's account. Would you mind just filling this form out? Like totally matter of factly. And they do it. Like it's just a link in the back office, like under forms. I wish I knew the script she uses. I'm actually going to ask her because the way she says it is so like smooth. I'm like, that's really good. I like that. So anyway, can I just give a shout out to a lot of people that I've been seeing do some amazing posts this week? Like I've seen a lot of coaches doing some really nice posts. Liza, I just know some coaches from my team. Liza, Jazzy, Elena. Who else did I see do a great post? There's a bunch of you, but I've been seeing them. And so I'm really proud of you guys for just stepping out and doing some different posts. All right. So get excited. I mean, we're literally teaching you how to sell the cheapest thing that we have, and that's BOD, and then how to share with them the stuff that you like. Like, this is really fun. It's fun. You should be excited because all of you have things that you have that you love. And you know, in the old days when we were like, oh, just get this challenge pack and you're going to get your shake and your BOD. Now you can be like, yeah, just do this and get the bars or get the energy. And now you're having fun and people are getting excited. I mean, if somebody gets a box of bars, you tell me they're not going to be like, oh my God, those are the best bars ever. What else do you have that I can buy? I get 3 boxes a month because these heathens in my house go through them like crazy. Like sometimes I'm like, Bobby, how many bars did you have today? Like he eats like 5 bars a day. It's not right. So anyway, guys, with that, I think it's probably safe for us to conclude tonight. I'm happy that 60 of you joined. I'll post the recording. Oh, I think we had 67 at one point, but please tag your success partner, you know, a coach on your team. Let them know that we did this. You know, we've got many weeks left. We're going to be going over so much stuff, and you know, we want you guys to grow and to make some money. All right. Have a great night, guys.